Hi guys, this is day 8 of me talking about cities and making you guys fall in love with them by simply talking about the people that live there and the stories and the memories and the items and whatever is related to the city, really. And today I want to talk about Paris because you may know Paris as the city of love, but that's a fraud. It's a complete touristy scam. There's no history related to it, and I want to make Paris the city of poison. And that may sound negative. It is. But there's like this dark romantic thing about it, right? I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm weird. I probably am. But let me explain. Because there's a lot of history related to it. I think that a lot of poisonous activities happened in Paris. And you have all these individual stories. You have Catherine de Medici, you have Marie Madeleine in the 17th century with her brother. I don't know, weird, like bad story. You have another Marie, you have a Marcel, and there's so many more stories, so many more individual stories. But that doesn't necessarily make me convinced about making Paris the city of poison. What does make me convinced is the affair of the poisons in the 17th century when, the Sun King, that man, was actually the king. Suddenly they realized, they uncovered this big network of fortune tellers, of alchemists and poisoners, and they realized that people were actually a lot more scandalous than they wanted them to. And you can imagine that it was not a great time to be in Paris because not only the peasants but also the high society was kind of, well, everyone was being arrested basically, and everyone was kind of suspicious about someone else being a poisoner or an alchemist or a witch or whatever. And it's just so interesting. There's so many subtle stories. I'm not going to say that it was normal to poison people, but if you compare to now, it was super normal to do it, and it was just such a big scandal. Oh my god, it's so fascinating. And no, it may not be a nice name for Paris, but I mean it in the best, like the most romantic way, because knowing the dark stories make the beautiful stories even more beautiful. And making Paris the city of poison, in my opinion, it makes it so much more interesting because you, instead of making it the city of love, that is like the cute little fluffy kind of love, suddenly it becomes so much more passionate, right? Not saying that poison should be connected to passion.